So in recent years, the mini-ITX as a platform has been receiving much more attention from manufacturers. There are much more graphic cards, power supplies, motherboards in the market than 2 years ago. However, there are some drawbacks on going small, so we'll discuss them in this video, so stay tuned. Hi, my name is Kostas and welcome to Nucleus Shoebox. As I sat down to write some pros and cons for going mini-ITX, I kinda found out that there are more cons on paper than pros, but the main pro for going small is the size. You can get an enclosure similar to this one, which is just about the size of the motherboard. See, it's tiny. And it can be used for a home theater PC or office PC, which you can hang behind your monitor, or even you can put it somewhere at your parents' house and they will never know how the PC works. However, on the more serious note, as you can see, there are a lot of drawbacks. First, you have to use some small power supply like Pico PCU, for example. Second, you can't put a large hard drives here. It supports up to 2.5 inch, so basically limited not only to the size but to the type of the hard drives. And again, as you can see, you are limited by the height, so if you want to put some performance CPU here, that can be a challenge as well. However, I've been using this one for some time, and I've been running a I think 3rd gen Pentium there with a Nocturus CPU, which was just about the right amount of height to fit it in there with an SSD, and the system ran fine. You can run all the full HD videos on it, probably even 4K. I haven't tried it, and you can play some games as well using the Intel's onboard graphic card. However, no AAA titles here, definitely. But don't be discouraged. Going mini-ITX doesn't mean losing your performance. If you need a little bit more oomph from your system, you can go slightly larger. Like Silverstone has a great case, which is FT03 Mini. It is a unique design. It has the motherboard aligned vertically rather than horizontally, which allows an airflow going from bottom to top. Basically creating a positive pressure inside and allowing you to put as you can see, allowing you to put a larger graphics card and a larger CPU and an external power supply, but again, only small form factor in a case which is, again, as you can see, is not that large. Sorry about the noise, some loose cables inside. At the beginning of the video, I've mentioned that there are more cons on paper than pros for going mini-ITX, and I would like to go through them right now. So the first and the largest one is the price. Be prepared to pay extra for a smaller size of the same components, like graphic card or the motherboard, simply because the manufacturer has to put, if not the same, but really similar capabilities in the small form factor, which again raises the price of the component, especially if that component has a gaming brand stuck to it, simply because that means that, well, it's gaming oriented and it will have better components, which again will raise the price. Sometimes it's just for the price sake, because non-gaming components can perform pretty much the same as the gaming ones. But again, that's a different topic for a different video. The other thing to keep in mind, and this is a really important one as well, is the compatibilities and the sizes of the components you're going to use inside your enclosure. If you decide to go small, please quadruple check the compatibilities for a graphic card's length, for power supply length, for a CPU heatsink height, for a I can't pronounce this word, sorry. Compatibility with the all-in-one water cooling, if you are intending to use that. If not, then just a regular fans will do. And the last point is a topic for debate. It is a noise in the system. I'm kind of a silence freak-ish person, and I like my systems quiet even on load. Well, relatively quiet, obviously. However, it is much harder to reach that level in a mini-ITX enclosure, simply because some of the fans are much smaller than in the ATX one. For example, an SFX power supply, which usually will run 8 centimeters fan, which will spin up to higher RPMs to reach the same airflow. And the same goes for the CPU heatsink, which again, usually, well, again, now today we have some heatsinks which use 12 centimeter fans with heat pipes, but as I mentioned, the price, so you have to kind of always compromise between the price, the size, and your requirements which you have for the system. However, usual heatsink will again spin up to higher RPM levels, creating a more audible sound going from your enclosure. So that's basically the reason why I have moved from the Silverstone case to a Fractal Design Core 500, which will allow me a little bit more flexibility without really increasing the size of the enclosure. And it will allow me to put a full-size power supply there, and I've just looked at the Corsair Aramax Series 1, which again has a very low noise operations. So by now you might be discouraged by the mini-ITX platform, but let me tell you, if you are willing to go the extra mile, the results can be really interesting. Having a capable PC or even outperforming your friend's PC in the size of a shoebox, that is a nice feeling. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you find the information useful, and I might have answered some questions you had. If you still have some questions, please feel free to leave a comment, and I will see if I can answer those as well. So share with your friends and subscribe for new videos. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.